We'll start with Lil Nas X. We'll start with him.
Oh, okay.
Lil Nas X, one young boy, better.
That actually was not what I was going to talk about.
Oh, that's wild.
I know.
He doesn't know what's better for him.
I guess not. But
He changed the
late to the
cover.
party. He did change the cover. I just saw that. Okay. I hope he just like rotates these out since there's like a million covers for this.
I'm actually pro this cover change. This is the one I wanted.
Yeah, I do like the globe. I was a fan of the globe one too, but this one's kind of cool. I like that. But yeah, he dropped this song. There was teasing for like 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. It bangs. It's fun. It's quirky, even.
It's very fun. It's a good music video.
Yeah, the
too,
music
if you
video is
haven't
really
seen
good. I really like
It's
the
probably-
music video.
It's like it took the baton from New Light and
Really ran with it.
really ran with it.
Yeah, I like how he went from super high quality production music videos to this one. It feels like it fits.
I like these a little more.
Yeah, and I feel like they did that because it's like, okay, young boy's on house arrest. How do we like
Oh, is he?
link these people up? So it's like, let's just do this really bad music video so we can put a green screen like in the same room with each other.
That's probably it.
But yeah, it's fun. Lil Nas X still has that thing where he just kills the choruses. Super catchy.
Yes.
This is he's continuing to be a very nice like pop rap mainstream artist. I really enjoy his stuff still.
I do too.
It hasn't gotten stale at all, which is a very good thing.
No, I keep switching it up.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Yeah.
But that was pretty sick. What were you gonna talk about? I feel like I don't know.
Nav.
Oh yeah, NAV is coming back. Sorry for the mic peaking, everybody. That was very enthusiastic.
I'm very excited.
NAV is coming back. He's dropping a song or an album on July 29th. He hasn't said anything. He just said July 29th. But it's been, we've had Kendrick come back. And that felt like a moment. But NAV coming back is a special occasion.
That's right.
This is the GOAT we're talking about here.
Yes.
The world stopped when he sent that tweet. Especially with he's kind of disappeared a little bit. So this is a comeback for him.
It's been too long.
It has been way too long. I think 2020 was the last time he dropped. That's way too long.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
He dropped 2 albums in
He did drop 2
though.
albums. Technically 3 if you consider Brown Boy 2 to be a separate album, since the deluxe is an entire new album. So technically 3 albums. But yeah, he's coming back.
Brown Boy 2 Deluxe is actually a triple album, if you can believe it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's probably why he took 2 years off.
Probably, yeah.
Probably
but then
burnt himself out.
so he made that, and then he did another
Yeah.
another album though, and then he disappeared.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Good for him.
But yeah, he's coming back. Very exciting. I feel like we need this. The world needs this. I'm excited to hear the evolution in Nav's artistry, since he is the leading trap artist, I would say. Out of anybody
probably
right now. So, album of the year contender, possibly. I wonder if he's gonna challenge Drake to like a dance rap album off.
I
They
hope
both have
so.
Dance albums, like which one puts you to sleep faster challenge.
I don't know.
That could be fun.
He did drop a single. I'm not gonna listen to it.
Yeah,
but-
I want to be fresh when this album comes
Oh
out.
wait, no, this is not a single. This is a Vori song featuring Nav and Young Blue.
Oh, okay.
So
Interesting. Okay. I guess he has had a feature this year then.
okay.
But
Good
other
for
than
him.
that, I'd like to see a Nav dance record. I think him and Drake competing for the best dance record could be very funny.
Yeah, are we just not gonna talk about Beyonce or
Oh no, that's what I was talking about next.
okay.
Beyonce's back too. Beyonce brought Nav out of hiding. Beyonce's back. I forgot what the song was called. Let me look it up.
I believe it's called Beach House.
Yeah, Beach House. No. Break My Soul is the title. And it's a dance song, everybody. That's crazy. Drake just dropped a dance
Hey.
album the week before, and now Beyonce dropped a dance song.
That's too crazy.
This is infinitely better than anything off of Drake's album.
Well, obviously.
I think the song's pretty good. I don't think it lives up to like her other like leading singles of her other records, but maybe it'll get there with time. Just because like Formation and stuff like that is like those are classics. I feel like this one doesn't have that power that the other two have, or the other ones that she usually has. But I mean, pretty good. I think Renaissance is the album that's coming off of, and I think that's coming out the week before NAV, I think, the 22nd.
Oh, she's shooting herself in the foot.
I want them to directly compete with each other.
This could be interesting.
I think it's the 22nd. It might be the 29th. Who knows? But it seems like she's doing multiple acts, so that could be cool.
Is it going to be a movie like Lemonade was?
I don't know. I like that she kind of pushes the envelope with stuff like that because Lemonade's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm excited to see what she does. I don't know if this is going to be a whole dance project or if she's going to mix it up a little bit. I don't know why dance has become the craze all of a sudden.
I don't know.
But
frankly, I'm not here for it. I don't like dance music.
I can get down with some dance music, but like it's not going to be something I'm going to seek out actively. But I mean, the song sounded pretty good. So we'll see what comes from her. But for now, it's looking pretty good on her end. Let's talk about Gorillaz. We are not on Twitch, so I can say this. Cracker Island featuring Thundercat.
Can't see that.
Sorry, I hard-R'd it.
Twitch.
You did hard R.
I think I have a pass. I think I'm good.
How many passes do you have left?
Not many. But yeah, this is I think this is their first song off of whatever they're doing next. I don't know if they're doing like a Song Machine Volume 2 type thing or what they're doing. But the song's pretty sick. Has a kind of like electro kind of dancey intro. And then Thundercat comes in with like this amazing bass line. It just goes into this groove fest.
That sounds good to me.
It's pretty sick. And the name Cracker Island just makes it 20 times better.
Unless you're on Twitch.
Yeah. Unless you're on Twitch, then it's C-Word Island. But I think this is a pretty sick song. Gorillaz have been killing it recently with the collaborations. And anything with Thundercat on it is going to bang. So
That's true. That is true.
So check that one out. Pretty sick. What else we got? Soccer Mommy, we have a reaction to that one coming out sometime this week.
Yes. Short answer was pretty good.
Yeah, short answer is I really mess with it.
Yeah.
Pretty sick. But you'll hear expanded thoughts and feelings and view our facial reaction later this week.
Yeah.
Last new release this week that I listened to, Lupe Fiasco's back. Drill Music in Zion is this album. Admittedly, I haven't gotten into Lupe a lot, so I might have to do a discography dive on him eventually. Knowing that he is in that realm of incredibly dense, lyrical, conceptual hip-hop, which is kind of my lane. So I'm going to have to go back and kind of get through his stuff. People are saying this is his most like easily accessible one in a while. But I love the sonic palette here. It's very warm. There's a lot of brass in it. I love rappers that do that kind of Mos Def style where they incorporate that singing element into it and like that kind of tone. That's always that soulful element I really like.
Mm-hmm.
But he is definitely one where you got to give it multiple listens because there is incredible wordplay and lyricism across all of it. I picked up on some of it on my first listen here, but I'm gonna have to like really get into that to really pick everything out of it. But I don't know. I really, really love the way this just sounds in general without getting into like lyrical content. I'm loving the palette here. There's a lot of brass. There's a lot of like, reminds me of like a Makami Mos Def type thing where the beats are kind of just laid back and chill and then they can kind of do their thing over it, which is always a plus. It's like incredibly dense hip hop that you can put on in the background if you want to, if you don't want to read into everything about it. But I like how meta he gets. He's very introspective and personal in a lot of songs. It feels like he's like talking directly to the listener, which is always cool. I like that kind of style. Yeah, but he mixes this like high concept, like biblical crap with like references of like anime and stuff. So just like really all around with references. Yeah,
Really has God and anime on his side.
he does have
That's
God
true.
and anime on his side. But yeah, it's a tight 40 minutes, easy listen. I'm loving it so far. But I'll have to give it more listens, obviously. But good job there. I don't know when Joey Badass is coming out. He hasn't rescheduled his stuff yet, so still waiting on that one.
I don't know.
And Jid. Jid's getting close, I think. He keeps teasing. I don't like it. Just drop it.
You've been
please.
talking about him forever.
Yeah.
About this new thing he's dropping.
Yep. It's still not here yet.
No.
Coward. It'll be great when it comes out, I'm sure.
Probably.
I think he did like a freestyle a week ago, so he knows. I don't know. I hope that's out before the summer ends. I can't take any more. It's been too long.
Yeah. Nice one.
I think Muna dropped their self-titled this week. I did not listen to it yet. I saw Muna open for Phoebe Bridgers, and they were pretty good.
I thought you said Luna. I'm like,
No,
you're
not
gonna
Luna.
listen to the Luna thing?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
I will do my K-pop arc eventually, but not now.
Okay.
I'm
yeah.
in when you do K-pop.
Okay.
Just hit me up.
Let's go. But yeah, Muna dropped their self-titled. I'll probably give that a listen sometime this week. But I like them when they open for Phoebe. They got a lot of energy. Kind of got that synth pop, indie rock type thing going on.
I like that.
It's kind of sick. But yeah, kind of like Mitski-esque and that kind of thing. So I'm interested in that. I just haven't gotten to it yet because that's a lot of music to take in, and we do this podcast on Saturdays and the music comes out on Friday, so
Yeah.
there's a lot to
a little
squeeze
tricky.
in there. Apparently Weezer dropped something this week too.
What? Weezer?
They dropped it on Tuesday. Okay, little summer EP it looks like. Interesting. I don't know about that.
There's a song called Cuomoville.
Rivers Cuomo is my favorite person. That's great.
Yeah.
But I do have a lot of catching up on my deep dive stuff. We haven't talked about it in a couple weeks because they've either been really big weeks or I haven't had enough listening to like even talk about things.
Yeah.
But I've done 3, technically 4 Swans albums since the last time we talked about this journey thing. I kept listening to The Glowing Man. Still really like that record. I'm putting it on the same level as the Seer right now, but like I feel like the Seer's a little bit better. But Glowing Man's easier to listen to, so that's a very like it's more post rocky. All the songs are extremely long, but there's nothing like too overly disturbing or incredibly loud about them. So I'm really liking the album for that. And then the title track just being like this insane constant barrage of like quiet and loud, instead of like doing gradual 8-minute transition or 8-minute crescendos like Bring the Sun. It's like the song is quiet and then just a barrage of sound and then quiet and then bam. It's just like getting bombs dropped on you constantly. It is an experience, but I think this record is very, very satisfying. It's less about like the primal nature of it or the disturbing nature of it, more about the floating aspect of what their music can do and how like fluid it can get. So Glowing Man, amazing. This whole trilogy is kind of insane on how consistently good all 3 records are. I did not listen to 2019's Leaving Meaning yet. I'm going to wait on that for a little bit. I'm trying to get the big hits right now. After that, I took a step back. I went to The Great Annihilator because people said that's their most straightforward. And yeah, this felt like a breeze after everything else I've listened to by them. This probably would have been a good jumping off point, but I went into their most difficult record first. So that's my fault, I guess. But yeah, this thing's pretty sick. With these records, we get Jarbo in the group, who's a female vocalist. She's on Soundtracks for the Blind. She's on this one, and then the other one I listened to. I think she left the group once they disbanded after Soundtrack for the Blind, because I haven't really heard her since in the new stuff. But you know, I thought like having a female vocalist would be like, oh, there's a nice little like femininity aspect to it. But she is more vicious than Michael Gira, and that's saying something. She is mean. Like, wow. I know there's a couple songs on Soundtracks for the Blind where she does that, and it is like terrifying. This record, she does it too. I always pictured like a female vocalist doing more like, you know, nice melodies and stuff, but no, it's just brutal. But her voice is fantastic for it. But this record is really great. The mixing is so different in the older stuff just because of like time, I guess. You can't really like have as clear of mixing back then, I don't think, as you could with these new ones. So it's like a different element to it. But Great Annihilator is pretty great. Straightforward. Swans still got the repetition, still got those heavy guitars. The drumming goes crazy on this record as well. As you go through, like, you could make a bingo thing for this group, just for song titles. Like, just put like son, mother, blood, child, all these words, and then you can just put them in a random order, and then that's a new Swan song. Because there's literally like this kind of stuff on every single record of theirs. There's at least one mention of the sun on like every single record. So a lot of the lyrical themes are just like, they tackle them at different angles, but it's a lot of just like the same kind of thing. But I don't know if I can pick out any tracks that are like really stand out from this thing. I think I Am the Sun, Mother Father, Mind Body Light Sound. These ones are like really heavy. Where Does a Body End's pretty chilling. The Great Annihilator is great, and then the I Am the Sun live is pretty sick. Apparently Swans are known for just blasting out their speakers at live shows to the point where like venues don't want to book them because they're too loud. Which I can see after listening to many of their albums. But they tried to attempt to record it for this one, and by the end of the song, when they really get going, it's just blasted out. Like, you can't even tell what's happening. I would like to go to a Swan show, but you'd have to wear earplugs and probably earmuffs over the top of that. Like, you will have hearing damage. I think I watched part of a documentary they did for this year, and they just watched them, like, film them doing sound checks. And he's like, keep turning the speakers up, keep going. I need it like 10 times louder than it is right now. I'm like, you are gonna kill someone one of these days. That seems like an experience that is like once in a lifetime to view that. But yeah, Great Annihilator is pretty good. Nothing like too stand out from it, but it's all of it is consistently really great. A very good entry point, and one that's a lot easier to get through with it being an hour instead of 2.5 hours or 2 hours. But yeah, after I did that, I went back even further. Children of God, 1987. I chose this one because the cover is a little wacky, a little kooky. I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. This album is like a religiously based one, if you can't tell. Except I think it takes religion at a cynical level, and like the sins of like the Catholic organization and all that kind of stuff. So it's very raw and disturbed, and like it's something. This is more on the disturbing end of Swans again, but they added like more orchestral elements here. Jarbo makes a lot of appearances again. I think there's a lot more variation in this record than there is in The Great Annihilator, which is cool. I like hearing like different string sections and stuff from them. It's cool. But yeah, a lot of this record is like, I think there's one song where it's literally like there's like a 6-minute song that ends or something. I think it's Beautiful Child. Yeah, I think it's Beautiful Child. So this other song ends and there's a little bit of a fade out to it. And then this next song starts and it just starts with like a gunshot. And the whole beat is built off of gunshots. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I literally jumped when I heard that because I was not expecting that. And they mixed it so loud. But this record's definitely a ride. Not the easiest listen, but a lot of the instrumentation here is really, really great. I need to listen to this more. But even in 1987, just doing this kind of innovation, and it's definitely still Swans, even though it's a different iteration of them. I thought that was really, really great. And then I went back to Soundtracks for the Blind. I've been trying to listen to this once a week. This is just the biggest behemoth of a record. It's impossible to get through. It's 2.5 hours, and there's no backbone to it. It's literally like a movie score for a movie that doesn't exist. So there's different like scenes sprawled everywhere, and there's no real like start or end to it. It's just this gigantic like art exhibit that you have to walk around to at random points. That being said, I'm starting to be able to pick out different songs now, and a lot of the songs are masterfully like arranged and written. Again, having 2 intros on a record because it's so long is nuts. But yeah, it's still like the most unique musical experience someone can probably have with this thing. It's just, you have to literally fight through it to get to that point. Because I think it's impossible for someone to come into this group and listen to this song, like this record, and not like enjoy it the first time, because there's too much. There's too much everything there. Like 2.5 hours is literally like the Batman.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to look at. You're just stuck in this soundscape area. But once you fight through it again and again and again, it starts hitting, and then it gets better and better and better. But yeah, it's the most unique experience I've had with a record for sure. Not the most transcendent or anything of a Swans record. I think To Be Kind is the perfect amount of just bashing you over the head for 2 hours and this weird hypnotic, like thunderous mix of everything. Just like a perfect record. This one's really close. I don't want to give it 100 yet because it hasn't hit that for me. All my hundreds have to do something special to get there. This one's close. I have it at 99. It's close. It's going to happen. I just need to wait for it to get there so it fully deserves that. But
Okay.
yeah. 2.5 hours. We'll get there. But yeah, I'm trying not to listen to White Light from the Mouth of Infinity because I have it on my wheel and I'd like to react to it on camera. So I'm saving that one. I've heard one song. This is their neo-folk album.
Neo-folk.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's why I wanted to save that one, because I'm like, Jerry, this will be the most listenable for him and still get the Swans experience. And at the same time, it's like, I want to have a Swans reaction video out there because these records do things.
I do like folk.
Yeah. It's like Father John Misty levels of Doomer, but crank the knob up more.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So, but that album cover is perfect. That's
It's
so
very
good.
nice.
That's a really cool cover. And then Love
Yeah.
of Life came after it, and you just see that as the cover. Like, that is crazy.
Oh yeah,
It's
the
just,
deluxe.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty epic.
Yeah, that's just a demented cover right there. But yeah, this band is insane. You really have to go through like an initiation with this group to like, it's like a cult. Like once you understand their go around and you get the idea, then like you're there. But like getting into it is the hardest thing I've ever had to do, is to be able to get this music.
Yeah.
But it's incredibly rewarding in return. So I'm just loving the stuff, continuing to listen to them more and more, and they keep growing on me as I do it. But yeah, really fantastic stuff. I don't know where I'm going next. I know Filth is considered a pretty good record. That's their debut. I know it's also very different. But I don't know. Other than that, it's like Cop and Greed and Holy Money and stuff, which are like decent, but nothing like too great. But I don't know. We're nearing the end. I think they're gonna have another record out eventually too. So I think
Probably.
there was rumors of next year. So we'll see if that ever happens. 'Cause that'd be cool. I'm down. I like when I discover groups and then new stuff comes out. It's always
Yeah,
the
that's
best
always
feeling.
nice.
Yeah.
It was like Casey Musgraves, but the worst case scenario.
Yeah. It was cool for about 20 minutes, and then it was like, dang it.
Yeah.
Now I feel pain. But I think that is everything I listened to. Did I talk about Duster last time? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I thought I would have, but I listened to Duster Stratosphere. That's a very good, very, very good, like relaxing, kind of ambient alt. I don't know what even to classify this as. I guess I can look up the genre real quick so I'm not mislabeling them.
Probably dusty.
Probably dusty. Slowcore, lo-fi, space rock. That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely lo-fi. You can definitely tell that. But I don't know. This is a nice background music record again, or Fall Asleep 2 record. I've done that a couple times. So there you go.
Okay.
I know they have a couple other ones that are kind of like highly rated too, so I'd be interested. Looks like they get into shoegaze a little bit, which this record has a little bit of shoegazy stuff on it. I think that's what I'm doing next for genre deep dives after I'm done with Swans.
Shoegaze?
I need some shoegaze.
What is shoegaze?
I think the closest thing you would know is Time and Place. That had a lot of shoegaze stuff to it, where it's like a million guitar pedals and like a lot of reverb and stuff. So like
okay.
very, very reverby, loud guitar noise stuff. But that's a genre I'd like to get into because I've liked everything I've heard from the genre so far.
Okay.
But
Sounds interesting.
yeah, I don't know. I think that's everything then. My playlist is a mess. I need to make a new one, so I might be forgetting something, but I feel like I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Summer Songs Part 1 out now on the channel, or out tomorrow if you're listening to this on YouTube.
That's right.
And then we'll be filming Part 2, and that'll be out the following week. So stay tuned
Sounds
for that
good.
stuff.
Yeah. I still need, I think we've gotten one or two
We've
suggestions.
got a couple, yeah.
But I'm glad that they kind of slowed down because our playlist is
Yes.
already an hour and a half. So
Yeah, and we did a lot of the long songs on the first part, so the second part's a lot shorter songs, but there's a lot more of them. So
okay. Well,
we knocked
should
out
be fine.
we knocked out a lot of the long stuff,
Yeah.
which was all fantastic. So
yeah.
not to-
I don't know if there was a bad song. that we
no, there
listened
really
to,
wasn't.
frankly.
I'm gonna have to, especially that D'Angelo record. I'm gonna have to get into that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't listened to that one already.
Yeah, I do got to get into that. I just listened to Voodoo again this week, and I forgot how just amazing that record is. So yeah, that's a perfect record right there. Is Voodoo.
I don't know how I've never been able to get into that because
It's
I
gotta
love
click.
like the groove stuff.
It's gotta click because the groove is just incredibly good.
I don't understand it.
It'll
It
happen.
seems like it should be one of the things that I love because I love like 90s R&B, or this is 2000, but I love R&B and I love like the funk. I love the groove, and I
Yep.
don't know why this has never clicked.
It's definitely a harder record just because it's more like stretched out. It's not
Yeah,
commercially sound, I guess. But it's
That
also
is
kind of
true.
subtle. Like the way he manufactures just the buildup of the tracks is very subtle.
yeah.
But
I don't know. I'll have to listen to it again
Yeah,
sometime.
it's incredible. But yeah, that's all I got. Don't need to waste any more time. I don't think. I think that's everything.
Okay.